talk about what happens when a engineer gets blocked doing some sort of work. Let's take this regular example of a simple Kanban board. We have three columns: to do, doing, and done. This engineer is very diligent about only doing one thing at a time, which is great. However, they tend to find themselves getting blocked along the way often. So right now, this developer has a number of things to do. They have one thing that they're currently doing and a handful of things that they've finished, and they have this sticky in doing. And one day they are coding along and they realize, oh no, I don't have the right infrastructure, or I don't have the connection I need to continue making progress. So I am effectively blocked on this item. I can't do anything else. So let's just say bad case scenario. So this person, they can't move on to anything else. They reach out to DevOps in this case. They say, hey, I'm blocked. I can't do anything else. But no worries. I can wait. I'll just start something new. So then they pull from the top of their to-do column. They pull a second item in, and they start working on it. And now, again, worst case scenario, they get blocked again. So they're like, oh, well, this is related to that other item. I can't do it because I couldn't do that one. So now this one is blocked. I'll just start another one. No worries. Move that into progress. And now they have three things here. Maybe this third one they can work on, but they get about halfway done, and DevOps gets back to them and says, hey, we fixed that connectivity issue. You're good to go. So now this one gets unblocked. This one gets unblocked. And now they have three things in progress. Uh, they kind of go back and forth, like, should they do them in parallel, should they not? But either way, what happens is now they have three things in progress. They're trying to remember exactly where they were in each one. They do them in some sort of a logical order. They say, all right, well, I started this one first. Let me do this. So then they're like, all right, I'll get this one done. They move that to done. This one moves up. They make progress on it. They say, okay, well, now I have to remember what I was doing here. And then they get it done. And then that moves over. And then, then they finally get back to this one. And they're like, oh, well, where was I with this? I need to remember where I was, what PRs I had open, what code changes I made. And they finally get that one done. Now, that same scenario, let's just say they're working on this item. Actually, you know what? Let's reset the board. So now they just have this one item, and it becomes blocked yet again. Except this time, rather than just passing it over to DevOps and saying, hey, I need this new connection, or hey, this piece of infrastructure is missing, can you help? And they just throw it over the wall. They actually work with that developer on the DevOps team. They figure out what they can do to help. They talk through the issue. They stay focused on this. So while this specific issue might be blocked, now they're helping that team. They're learning something new. They're figuring out, well, what can I do in the future to prevent this from happening, or perhaps to unblock myself. And then maybe the effect that has is it removes this blocker sooner. So now they can get back to this, make the code change, and get it done. Then they can pick up the next one. As we know, it's kind of related to that one, slightly different, of course. So then they work through it, they get it done. No blockers. Great. Moving along. Then they pick up the next one. Doing, it's unrelated, so there aren't any blockers. Great. No issues. They get that done. And, the flow increases and speed picks up quite well. And then they get along with their day, and they don't have context switching, and they don't have to worry about slowing themselves down, and they learn something new along the way. So would you look at that? Thanks.